Do you have one of those children who really struggles when you want them to change from one thing to the next? Maybe it's getting from breakfast out the door to school, or maybe it's going from playing their video game to transitioning to getting ready for the next activity. They just can't seem to change as quickly as you need them to. This is a child that's struggling with transition. So we oftentimes think it's, oh, we just need to give them advanced warning or something of that nature. But really what's going on is their processing speed is a little bit slow. And also it could be that they get a little too hyper-focused on the activity that they're doing. So let's talk about what you can do if you have a child that has a struggle with transitioning from one activity to the next. Processing speed is something that you can work on. You can work on getting that faster, helping them build the ability to switch from one thing to the next so that they have that skill in general, rather than really focusing on that one time that they need to transition during the day, or those few times. Work on building their switching capability. So having them doing multiple things at once, playing games that require you to have a quick reaction speed and processing speed. It could be games where you're playing Foursquare out on the parking lot. It could be something where you're playing basketball and you're having to play a game where you're doing 10 jumping jacks, shoot the ball, run over here, things of that nature where they're having to switch it up a lot. Those kinds of things will help to get them comfortable with doing things faster and switching more quickly. But another thing that can happen is with kiddos that go into that hyper-focus mode. We've all seen it, where that child, you can scream at them from across the room, the whole house could come down around them, and they still wouldn't hear you. And for those kiddos, you need to invade their personal space. Screaming at them from across the room, from next to them, that auditory processing is not functioning. They are completely blocking out the world. And in order to get their attention, you're going to have to invade their personal space. This doesn't mean that you tackle them or you slap them upside the head. You might be wanting to do that. But what it means that you need to do is you need to put your hand on their shoulder. You need to wave your hand in front of their face. You need to get them a little bit startled, and they will be startled when they come out of that hyperfocus. They're going to be completely discombobulated. What I recommend is saying, "Hi, welcome back," with a smile so that they don't feel startled, they feel welcome. And you can say, okay, we need to transition to the next thing very calmly, giving them instructions and giving them the time to transition. Lastly, always a great way to get their attention and to get them to transition more easily is giving your children a cue that it's going to be coming up. So you don't just, at the moment you need them to move, make them go, but what you want to do is cue them up. So you say to them, in 10 minutes and 47 seconds, and they look at you, what? But now they're listening. And then around the 5-minute mark, in 4 minutes and 32 seconds, and if you give them odd numbers, they're going to actually listen and process and digest the information better.